Hey loves, I hope all is well. Did y'all miss me? Y'all see my shirt? Once in a while someone amazing comes along, and here I am. Here I am, y'all. So anyway, so tonight's topic is basically about prophetic dreams. So some people that know me know that I'm a dreamer. I have dreams. So last night particularly I had a dream or whatnot, and it was basically about I was in my hometown, and I was actually riding a bike. And this particular bike, it was different. It was a big tall bicycle. Like it was like let's see. It was like the bike that like a clown would ride, like if you're in a circus or you're in a show or something. Something real tall. Let me see if I can show you this. Something kind of like this. It was unusual, right? So I was riding it, and I was actually on my way to one of my cousin's house. So I pulled, like I said, I was riding my bike, so I pulled in the driveway, and she wasn't there. So in the process, I got this message from this person, a text a text message from this person, and I started laughing because I was like, really? Really? Because it was surprising, and it really kind of threw me off how that person came at me in the message, in the text message. So I was like, okay. So after that, I noticed that my cousin wasn't at the house, so I started to go back home. So I was on this bike that I was telling y'all about, and my baby was on there as well. It was like some kind of way she was like not on the handlebars, but she was like more so in front of the tire or whatnot. So on my journey home, the route that I took, I remember seeing a woman and her grandbaby was outside, and she was like, girl, you gonna fall. You gonna hurt yourself on that. You need to get off that. So I started laughing at her, and I continued on my route home. So once I got around the corner to my house, I started to notice that like my tire wasn't like the handlebars. Y'all know back in the day when you ride the bike, you know how like we'll rig something up real fast. Like we'll just we'll just set the bike on the tire, and the screws are not on there or whatnot. But we just know we got to be careful with it. So on the way home, I noticed that I did something, and I noticed that like I raised up, and I noticed that the wheel was unstable, like the boats went on it. And I was like, Allison, I was like, baby, I was like, please stay still, like do not move, we're almost home, like do not move. Because I knew that if she made a subtle move, then we would both fall, and that was high, and we'll both hurt ourselves if we failed. And long story short, she ended up moving. And the last thing I can remember in the dream is starting to fall. Okay, seeing it raise up and starting to fall. Then I woke up. So I woke up and I was like, God, what was that about? Like, what was the deal with that? So he was basically saying, he pointed out to me, and this is what I got first before I started asking God exactly what it was about. So with dissecting my dream, notice I was in an old place, right? I was in a familiar place, a place of the past, right? Which was significant to my hometown, where I was from, what I'm used to. Not only that, the bicycle, it was different or whatnot. The bicycle, because it wasn't a normal bicycle, it was a high rise. It was really high, like I showed you in the picture. So that signified that I was in a high place, right? So Not only that, when you're on a bicycle, it's a form of transportation, right? Even though um it's not fast moving, right? It's still a form of transportation. Um, but the road and me being on the road and me rolling was significant for my journey, my personal journey. So I was like, okay, God, what was this about? What are you trying to say to me? So basically, he was like, okay, you notice how everything was smooth, everything was good until you encountered that person, and that person told you to that you were gonna fall or whatnot, that you should get down. And I was like, you know what, you sure right. I was like, everything was good until that person put their mouth on me, right? Until they spoke those words over me saying you're gonna fall. I didn't think nothing about it, because I was like, it was normal to me. I ain't think nothing about it in the dream. Like, it was like normal. Me riding that bike that I just showed you, it was normal. It was like second nature to me. It was like regular, right? Me being in that, as high as I was. So, after she said something, basically God was saying, you notice how you start to second guess yourself? Not only did you start to second guess yourself, you started to look for things. You started to look for something wrong. And I was like, man, like, that's crazy how it's, what he was trying to show me in that dream. So basically, after I woke up and I was trying to see exactly what he was trying to tell me that it meant, I started to pray about it. So I started to break every word curse, everything anybody have ever spoken over me. Because, just giving you a little history, words are worlds. Words create worlds, right? And words are power. And don't forget the scripture that words are life and death, right? The power of the tongue. That tongue, you got to be careful with it. Because people speak things all the time or whatnot and don't understand how important it is that you choose your words wisely, and that you be careful with what you speak, not only over yourself, but what you speak over other people. So I started to pray against all the word curses anybody ever spoke to me. So basically, I'm sharing this dream too because, like I said, a lot of times, a lot of dreams and stuff don't happen to you just for you. You get stuff basically so you could be able to warn other people, or you be able to help other people and be able to break some things not only off you, but help break some things off others as well. So basically just knowing that this is a time that you have to, basically be intentional and make sure that you break the word curses that someone might have spoken over you. So a lot of times we get so we be doing our thing, and people see that what you're doing, you make it look easy. So a lot of times people will hate you, or they will hate on you, or they will get jealous of you just because of what you're doing is different. Or just because you're in a high place, you're in a positive place, you're in a happy place, people are getting to, run their mouth and try to put things on you. And sometimes when you're not self-consciously, right, without even thinking, their words, how they feel about you, becomes you, right? They become your thoughts. And you have to remember, no. That ain't how I feel. That ain't how I think. So sometimes you have to just break off the fear that others have put on you. Or you have to break off the doubt that others have put on you, right? So you can keep going, and so you can keep moving forward in your journey, because your journey is your journey, and you can't let other people, you ain't got time to allow other people how they feel or what they think, or for them to impose their fears on you. And then it handicap you, because at the end of the day, we all know that when it comes to fears, it will handicap you. Not only would it handicap you, it will blind you, it will slow you down, and it's a time stiller, right? So like I said, just be mindful of that. And if you have time, definitely start breaking those word curses off your life, because a lot of times it ain't even you that's slowing you down. You know, it's the word curses and the things that you have believed that people have spoken over you, or the things that people have said to make you second guess yourself, or make you feel like you're doing something wrong or you're on the wrong path, right? So that's what I definitely want to share with you guys, so you guys can just be mindful and you can start to pray against them word curses that these witches or whatnot putting on you or whatnot. So just do that. Like I said, it don't have to be this deep prayer. You know, it could be something simple. You know, like basically God just break all the word curses off me. Anything that anybody has said to harm me, I send it back to its sender. I do not receive that. I do not agree with it. I am who you said I am, and whatever, however other people feel or whatever they're saying, I send it back to the sender, and I do not agree with it. And you just pray that his thoughts become your thoughts, and your thoughts become his thoughts or whatnot. So y'all be good, and y'all have a good one.